one more map to decide who books their tickets to Brazil. It's Mirage, our decider. And Big, in overtime, close out their map pick of Inferno. But, Scriv, I gotta say now, it feels like Big have the read on HONORIS.
Yeah, it definitely felt that way towards the tail end, didn't it? I think they looked like the better team in that second half into the overtime, deservedly taking the victory. HONORIS letting things slip almost for the second time. It would be the first, but yeah, they are kind of, might argue, lucky to be here. But no, they beat Ents, beat Heat. They've done an awful lot to get here. Even the open qualifier was difficult for them.
It was, yeah.
Smokes out on towards the A-bomb site here. Raiko, back end of the site, not ready for this. It's something they've never really seen. And yes, Big, I think Mirage might just be their playground. It's already started a really interesting pistol round. Finding two, getting the bomb down. SaMey, the only one to have found some heads. He does get a couple, to be fair to him. Any more for any more, he says. But the round itself going to be tough to fight back into. Taking it slow up the stairs. Trying to find a head creeping out, but no one giving him the opportunity. Full respect across here from Big. They've got the flank coming in as well, just putting him on a timer. Double peek should be enough, and it is. Tabson will finish him off to win the pistol.
Yeah, good start. Nice start from Big on their T side. Start getting that one under your belt and start rolling with the punches as best as you can. This is where we can start feeling comfortable about Big continuing their successes from Inferno in towards our decider, and kind of what we were saying about Big having a pretty good read over towards HONORIS now. I think they were very slow to get in towards this game, but slowly but surely they've started to put the puzzle pieces together. HONORIS, full back for them in towards the second. But to be honest, not that much brought to the table. MP9, scout for SaMey, but I don't really assume too much will come from it. AKs on either side with Galils and a Mac 10. Good opportunity for Favin to farm some cash too.
Taking this one slow. Contacting out. Oh, what a peek from Keto. He had a great second half on the previous map. If we can get a bit more of that Kato play in Keto, maybe they could ruin. There's a couple Deagle shots that do chime in, but ultimately the rifles come out on top. Big will lose a couple. I think they actually drop a rifle there, but they'll be happy with the way that that one's gone. Very quickly getting through the force buy.
Lovely work. And one of the things, well, you know, you're looking at Big and you're thinking about how confident this side were, especially in OT, right? Flawless in overtime. You can see what, you know, you can see what's cooking there. And now that we're starting to see the individuals step up to the plate, and it's not just the hype show, that brims me with confidence that this side have the ability to go towards Brazil. And maybe by then they will have kind of, you know, ironed out the slight errors in their playstyle, so to say. There's been a couple of gaps in their armor that are pretty evident. They're starting to be put together quite nicely. Mac 10. Long range fight. Taz will win it, in fact. Mac 10 drops to no man's land. I don't think it'll be collected. Straight out towards the A side. And looking for cash. And Favin. Oh, he's collecting some money now.
Yeah, big 3K coming in for him. He's going to get a Galil and just kind of get out of there. Keto will be the one to pick up the Mac 10 and try and find more cash. 3 very quick rounds here from Big so far. Looking like they've come in confident. They've come in figuring it out and on a high after the last one. Taz comes close to a second kill, but not going to happen for him.
Good start. Lovely start. I'm waiting for it. Hyped. Pick it up, Sunshine. Actually, maybe not this round. I was going to say pick up the orb, but he doesn't have to do it. He's going to do it anyway. I was going to say, you see teams in these sort of rounds actually not investing towards the orb and actually go for an AK, because if you were to lose the round, you could buy an orb again in towards the next. Hey, Hype's feeling confident. I'm feeling confident for him. This guy is, I mean, I think we can probably safely say comfortably the best player this entire series so far. MVP, which is sort of locked in. Sobble had a pretty decent map number 1. A little bit quiet at number 2. So that sort of moves him away from the challenge there. But Hyped, 2 maps back-to-back, consistently fragging. Unbelievable player. I think Big, they found themselves a real diamond in the rough. I completely admit, I had no real clue about this guy prior to the pickup, but they have really seemed to have found a gem because he's looking good. Question is, how are they going to fare up here? Sobble, AWP in hand, waiting on the crack angle. This is going to be tough. He nearly gets the collat.
Big damage, big damage, and they come bursting round though. Still going to abuse the fact that there's only one player directly in on the site itself. Snowball getting mollied out, finds another frag on that double AWP. There's still another one to contend with. The Hyped is ready at jail. see. Retake going to happen here or not. Taz gets taken down. Big frag from Tabson, just looking to run rings around his opponents. He would, you know, usually be expected to do that. Had a bit of a quieter, I'd say 3 halves. Little louder to get them through onto map number 3, though. Tabson, oh, ready to go. Flash is going to hit that opponent, Ryko, on the edge of it. Brings it down to a 2 versus 2, but SaMey drops a little too early into this retake. Both pretty low. He does have a kit. You have to play this correctly. Give him the respect to cross. Ryko going to go peeking in. Finds the AWP. Where's the trade from Keto? Nowhere to be seen. And Ryko finds his head. Gets the defuse in and gets HONORIS the first round.
That's a really good little retake coming through. The first swing's fantastic. And maybe should have played off contact there, potentially. But, you know, as we like to say, hindsight is 2020 and all the rest. HONORIS, great round, needed round. And it goes back to what I was saying coming towards this one. I would have maybe liked to have seen, you know, Hyped go for the AK-47. And then he would have had money himself. He will be dropped one over. It's not the end of the world. Crimbo, though, going to have a little bit of a janky one where, you know, generally speaking, utility is quite limited for this side. Hyped only got a flash to work with for him as he drops his smoke over towards Crimbo. So, all in all, slight lacking utility could be a little bit of a problem. But, as things stand, HONORIS, good start, good response, but still very expensive, and you can sort of feel them breathing from it.
Oh, Ryko with a nice toe find onto Tabson, going to spam him down through the smoke there. Not the best way to start off this round. They're looking for another speedy B hit. It was so effective last time round, came awfully close to it. The M4 in such a difficult spot to beat, but he is going to go down. Meanwhile, out towards short, spotted. Finished by Keto. They saw a gap in the B bomb site quite clearly. Ryko going to try and get aggressive ahead of the molly, but Keto takes his head clean off. Not a chance. Down goes SaMey. And this time it works out. No crazy clutch going to happen this time. I'll tell you that for free. Lunatic picks up the AWP and moves away.
Yeah, nothing to do with this, understandably. But I think, to be perfectly honest, he needs to be more careful of the hunts. Surely big go for a hunt here. And I'm 90% sure Keto would have heard him falling away. He does know. They're going for the hunt, and they'll find him. That's a good round. Really, really good ending, too. All that matters. Now things look pretty damn good, if you ask me. Big, in a great position on their T side. Starting to look comfortable, clean, and making a really good attempt of this. I think HONORIS, they need to be extremely careful already. This is starting to lose a little bit of control. We're starting to have a conversation where, I don't know, maybe they've used up all their juice. Even getting towards overtime seemed like a, you know, an unlikely case at one point. Shot from Hyped. Information gained. All lining up, but it's Hyped to see it off. It's just pistols here. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know, I sort of feel like HONORIS might have used all the juice.
Yeah, maybe. It is looking that way, isn't it? You know, very early rounds. We've watched a lot of Counter-Strike, you and I, so we'll kind of recognize these facts a bit faster than the layman, so to speak, but yeah, immediately I think you have to go for a timeout if you're on the HONORIS side and just get around on the board. Favon jump scared to a quick spin. And that should be the round with no more casualties lost.
Yeah, Keto finding one. Oh, sorry, say, Lunatic P250. Not looking too bad at all. But it won't be to any avail. I'll be seeing off quite nicely. Lunatic will fall. Big. 5-1. Lovely work. Really, really lovely work coming through. HONORIS, good attempt for them now to start to break this deadlock a little bit. See if they can find some form. They've got to do so much work to get to this point. It just doesn't really feel like a possibility at the moment. Big are completely in control of this game.
Yeah, and very quickly we're up to 5 for them. You know what I mean? It's not been, a long map so far. Nice tag on towards Tabson there. Meanwhile, in the palace, Keto just finds them both. He is farming right now. Oh my goodness, Favon joins him for the farm. Got the Combine Harvester out apparently and just rolling over HONORIS to gain control of the A-bomb site.
It's good work. Bomb goes down. Yeah. Again, what can they do here? Let's be honest. Nothing, really. They just cannot afford to have anything to do with this. They've got to park up. One might fall on the way out. Hyped. Seems to have a pretty good inkling. So question, does he get caught himself? His barrel might have just been spotted there. Now the Molotov definitely has. No one will be saving. Hyped posted up. If Sobble goes an inch to his right, he'll lose his life.
They're after him. Sobol's got the angle on this one, though. Doesn't find the kill. Hyped gets to live, which is a relatively big deal. That's the AWP taken down. They know where Sobol is as well. They're going to overwhelm him. So only the one saving in the form of Taz. It really doesn't make a difference to the next round, therefore. And they're close to finding him. Not quite close enough. All the same, they're probably just going to go for a half buy down the middle. They may well have gone for a buy if 2 had saved and been able to drop. Timeout going to be used here for HONORIS. And yeah, it is panic stations the way these rounds are going.
Yeah, agreed. Really isn't. Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, this is already, you know, for me, I'm getting very, very worried about HONORIS. We were kind of calling, you know, for them earlier in towards Inferno. Get those tack pauses out, right? Start as best as you can, icing out big, and start trying to make them uncomfortable by, you know, taking these, you know, these occasional breaks and forcing them to, I guess, question themselves a little bit. Now they're calling one into round number 8. But it's still quite the deficit building up already. And Mirage as well, at the latter stages of 2022, or at the end of 2022, was the 3rd most CT-sided map in the pool. I really didn't assume it to be, but it was the 3rd most. Ancient being 1st, Nuke being 2nd, Mirage being 3rd, 60% CT-sided. And I gotta say, with the changes to Ancient, now technically speaking, the 2nd most. But Big are flying on their T-side right now.
Yep, speaking of flying, going in super fast down short to try and get some control of it. Favin going to catch Taz. Oh, the player that had saved up. Sobol, at the very least, was his support. Meanwhile, they try and make space on A. Keto good for the 1-for-1. Just have to be careful not to go too fast into this. It does seem like HONORIS have got a decent read, decent control. 2 AKs retrieved now. But space has been created, you see, by those players that have gone down. And therefore, we see another kill come in, but SaMey with the off angle in connector. Does fail the jump up a little bit, but he'll get up there. And again, it's still 2 AKs to contend with. AWP scaring Sobol off. AWP going to look to get aggressive here. Hyped is confident, and he finds one. I think he's ready for that second player as well. Knew the nade came from somewhere. They're just going to flash him off for now and get into a decent post plant.
Good call. Fall away. Have nothing to do with this. Make sure they can comfortably keep ticking over. This is great work, though, honestly, from Big. And we were sort of having this conversation in the break between, saying it just seems like Big have got their number now. It seems like Big have got the idea. They've got the read. I can't lie. Now they definitely do. This is one-sided as it gets. If it continues on this sort of in this sort of form, I don't see a world where HONORIS get back into this. This is sort of how this game looked on paper coming in towards this game. Where for Big, they're the better team, who've got a little bit more in the strat book for them to develop on. Now they are looking mighty fine. 7-1. Score Germany know all too well about. And of course, on the hunt for Brazil. History here, but the big 6-round lead. An attack pause called by Big. Interesting for them to call in towards 1. Of course, they know that HONORIS, with lost bonus built up, they're going to have a buy of their own. Either way, attack pause called. I thought for Big, they just want to keep this one ticking over. Keep it trucking. They're looking pretty damn good, and they're not shaking at anything right now. And it's good to once again see Hyped continue this unbelievable form. Favin and Keto, of course, stepping up in support. All is good in the world. Big of love and life.
They are. They really, really are. And I think they've just got the number up for HONORIS here. Maybe out of gas a little bit, but I also just think that Big play Mirage to such a different level than HONORIS ever have.
Yeah.
Taz, you could argue, but even then, the game has changed so much since he was at the top of it. So, we'll see. This is looking like a bit of a masterclass on the cards for Big. Early smoke out towards mid. They know that mid feels like it's vulnerable. Molo going to go down, indeed, into the perfect spot, but they are as yet to really commit anyone to that type of angle.
Rotating in. Again, looking to try and find something off the back of it. Nothing really to be found as of just yet, but all in all, things looking very good. I don't think HONORIS really have a read on how to make this work in their favor. They look very shook. Sobol will be tagged, panics, takes a shot, falls away. That's information gained for Big. My God, it's quiet.
Yeah.
I think Big. The question for me and kind of what I'm thinking is, what was their conversation in attack pause? What were they really, so I guess, nervy about and wanting to... I guess maybe you just stop people getting a little bit too, you know, overzealous, overconfident. Those sort of confident peaks that are giving them advantages. Nice shots. Right, go with 4. Sobble, slow to take the shot, but he just confirms it, sees it off, and Taz will add one more.
Yeah, nice from Taz. Pretty big frag. They've played this one a little slower. They've got the short control that they were after to go in for the boost. SaMey going to take out Tabson, though, from A. Yes, indeed. On the aggressive angle at A, sniffing this one out, and will drop that bomb, importantly, which is very annoying indeed. Just Crimbo and Hyped, the 2 new additions, the 2 young guns, left to pick up the pieces. Taz going to take out Crimbo. 2 for him on the round, and now Hyped, well, probably just saved. They've got plenty of cash, but there ain't no time for him to get anything done.
No way. No way at all. No way he can find any form here. And he will save. Hyped. Had a fantastic start. Asking a little bit too much of a 1 versus 4 there. HONORIS, second round on the board, finally starting. I guess just to look a little bit more confident, but it doesn't really bring me with confidence just yet. I haven't seen enough from HONORIS on this CT side for me to sort of feel there's a potential here. Still need to do a lot more before I start getting confident. Big still for that on the home stretch. Plenty of money to work with again. Full buy around it. No problems asked. HONORIS. They lose around. Economically, they could start to struggle just a tad. Boost once again up in towards ladder room. Raiko going to play from short. Double stacked, in fact, with one towards window. There's a very sort of hefty B lean here. Not a lot of presence towards A.
Very true. B bomb site's been, you know, where Big kind of fall back on, really. So it does make sense. It does make sense. It might look a little bit odd in the early round, but it does make a bit of sense. They're going to start rotating back around towards the A bomb site instead, and Big with the mid control playing a little slower. They've done their fast stuff. They've taken a timeout and now understand that playing slower might be the move. They nearly catch the AWP, but not quite.
Sneaking in, looking for something. Not being given too much information as of just yet, but things are getting a little bit dicey. Early doors, in comes the util to try and push that short player off. Taz not going to take too much contact, though. Happy just to play things quiet. Play things calm and collected. Messi spray finds the shot and finds the bomb.
Big frag. Big trade, though. They'll work their way in towards the A bomb site, which is a little bit weakened up. The AWP is out towards CT. I think they recognize they're into a double AWP setup. Raiko going to find a rotator over towards that jungle area. Bomb goes down pretty safely, and they're playing all around this side of the site. Nice headshot comes in onto Sobol then. Looking pretty good. They're kind of on top of each other at the moment. It's actually funny because the AWPs can't really get through that. What a shot from Hyped. Oh my goodness. Now just 2. And they've gained barely any ground. Smoke goes onto the top. I don't think it was supposed to land there. Nonetheless, Hype's going to find another head. Keto goes flying into Taz, and Big right back in for 8.
Fantastic round for the new boy. Really good work. They guarantee a lead at the half. I mean, at this sort of early stage, oh my God, what a performance from Big. They have been absolutely flying right now. It does make you think that this one already sort of feels dead in the water. HONORIS, we both have sort of alluded to already, but it kind of seems like they just run out of gas. No more wind left in the sails. They used it all up in OT. Leg spotted, Hyped. Not going to take a pop shot though. Happy just to play the angle, and he gets a freebie. SaMey's foot spotted, and that sells his fake. And Tabson will find one more.
Solid stuff. Hype going to chime in with the AWP as well. A quicker round coming out once again from Big into super effectiveness. Going to break the bank of the HONORIS side, and Big, they'll find 9 very quickly on here. Incredibly scary scoreline to be at. They are, again, looking like the premium team here. Maybe how they should have looked in map 1 or 2, but they'll not be too bothered about how late it comes out. Everyone going to fall. And everyone going to survive for Big. Another great round from them.
They're absolutely running away with this now. It just feels dead. It feels done. I just can't see a world in which HONORIS can start to claw this back in their favor. We've seen comebacks. We've seen unbelievable stories. But this just seems like a step too far. 9-2. Yes, we had 11-4 in towards Nuke. That was a pretty poor and, you know, badly composed second half by HONORIS. Big don't seem like a side who, when they're in the lead or throw it off at that sort of, you know, that sort of deficit. Honestly, the way Big are playing right now, 11-4, it could be handsome. They are just looking unstoppable. of course, just here, pistols, right? Kind of only means that we're guaranteeing big up towards double digits. I can't see a world in which they can make this spy work. I shot the deagle.
Oh, another one. SaMey not looking too bad. SaMey going to find hyped on the way out as well. The individuals thriving in this round. They just got to be careful that they don't get too giddy and walk into the spray of Crimbo. Oh, I've talked it into reality. Big 3K from him and saves the round for Big. Nearly embarrassment landing, but they just gave him too much of an opportunity. Couple unarmored opponents in there on top of each other. Disastrous. They will be kicking themselves. They couldn't convert it, mate. Well, live in action. Yeah.
Cast the curse live in action. I know. You hate to see it. You really do. But good round. Good round. And he'll see it off as well. Crimbo, 4 kills to his name. It's double digits. We said that was a possibility. We said there was a world in which they should make it work like that. Get a little bit close. Gotta say, some cracking shots by SaMey with the eagle there. SaMey, one of his own as well. Really making the hand cannons put to good use. 10-2, 8-round deficit. And weirdly enough, this could be one of the last full buys we kind of see for HONORIS. If they fail to convert this, they're back to square one once again. For that rinse and repeat cycle, they can't break it.
Thompson going to melt, waiting for the flashes to come in. It's so awkward. His teammate's going to blind him up. At least there's the trade there onto Raiko. That was nearly disastrous. Meanwhile, Hype to find a kill over towards B, I believe, allowing them control of the site. SaMey goes in as Keto goes a bit too deep, but they'll still get the bomb plant in. And I mean, this all happened so fast. The HONORIS are so far away. 3 of them coming in from the same angle. Going to be a difficult retake to pull off. Lots of smokes in here from the CT side as well to just scare them away. And Favin able to play around that. They're going to save. They are going to save. They're going to concede the round and give 11 across to Big.
I don't mind the call. Pop shot on the way out. But it is only on the way out. It's Consolidation. Does not make a difference at all. If they can find anything more, it's silver linings. It'd be nice. Like we said, it's not going to make a difference really at all. Big 11-2. What a game. What a game. Credit to Big. They've come out the gates absolutely flying in towards this first half. Mirage T side can be a bit of a cruel mistress at times. Tough to really get, you know, a grasp on it and a decent amount of control. But Big are just flying. Right into 6th gear from the get-go. Setting the tempo, setting the tone. Not allowing HONORIS any control, even for a second. My God. What a game we are seeing here. And what an unfortunate circumstances for Polish CSGO. We thought we were going to have 2 teams making it towards Brazil, both from the open quals. They've fallen flat at the last hurdle, and Hype continues to be a menace. Missed shot, second time of asking. Lunatic will see him off, and he makes it a double up towards Keto as well. Lovely.
Big double coming in. They tried to go for the fast A burst and work around that, but not enough numbers. Big just need to go charging in as a squad. Gonna try B again, maybe. Oh, Crimbo gets called off, though. Just lurking around is the play. Being annoying. Keeping the bolstered B defense as such, and maybe even calling for rotations. Or not. I'm trying to find timings, really, on that T side of things. Smoke comes out towards short. Actually, towards market window, excuse me. That was quite far back that they've thrown that one. Either way, a classic B take coming in. There is only 2 on the site itself. Big have done very well off of these bursts. Crimbo got a flash of his own. They're not giving them anything, though. Just playing the anti-flash positions. And SaMey strikes for 2. Many targets for Crimbo, meanwhile. Goodness, that was a little messy looking. It will be the 3rd coming on the board for HONORIS, though.
I like the attempt. I'll give him his flowers. I respect it. But, yeah, it amounts to absolutely nothing. Are we going to see yet another 11-4 at the half? What a big extended ones further. Big at a 12-3 half yesterday, in fact, against Ents. And they ended up seeing off the map 16-3. Big dominated Ents yesterday as well. So surprising, you know, how they've struggled at times and towards this series. It's been a marathon of a game. But another 12-3. How it will ensue them and me with confidence that Big have everything in their locker, everything in their repertoire to see it off. In comes Yuto towards A. SaMey, full blind, finds a shot nonetheless. A Lunatic up close, drops Keto.
And they have been pushed off A once again. Lunatic going to get another one here. Ryko going to chime in. It's all down to Hyped. Bursts have stopped working for Big. They've still hit 11. Still a really good half. What can the new kid get done? I'm sure he'd love to just kind of save it here, but, you know, no option for that. All going to be consolation kills, 15 and 4 right now. If you can find any more than that, I think he will be happy. Put him on for a stellar half, at least stats-wise. Not going to happen for him, though. Taz eventually spams him down. That will be that. 11-4 at the turn of the half. It's a mighty hill to climb here now.
Yeah, we'll see if they can continue this run of form. Big after the break. We'll see you all in just a moment. Welcome back. What a half from Big. 11-4. I don't want to hear any of the nonsense at all about Zonic's lore or any of that malarkey. That is a dominant display from Big, and they've got everything in their locker now to potentially see this one off in their favor. But Big are going to gamble stack towards B, and HONORIS are looking A.
Yeah, Keto, though, he's been really solid here. I have him for 1 or 2. Yep, there's the first. I have the opportunity at the second as well. Head glitching away. Does actually get his head taken off by Ryko. A very nice shot from him to make sure that it is just the one frag for the man at CT. So they are just going to go barreling into this A-bomb site, I would imagine, on that CT side. They've got a smoke. They've got a kit. Have to put it to good use. Tabson's going to get tagged down very low indeed. Ryko finds Faven, and there's just too many bodies around on this site already. It's all going to be on to Crimbo. And the fight is tough for him. He's left blind. Can't really find that player that he tagged up. They're going to give him the space. Knows he certainly needs it here. Oh, all the shots missing. SaMey does run out of ammo, as does Crimbo, and he loses his head finally. The pistol goes the way of HONORIS, exactly what they needed.
Yeah, you can say that again. They needed to start things off emphatically and towards their T side. I think it kind of comes down to the That may be questionable call by Big there. Gamble stacking towards B. I don't think it was a necessity there. Maybe leaving 1 or 2 over towards kind of mid or 1 towards A just to support Keto would have been at least a little bit more stable and maybe could have been a different result. But, you know, like you said, hindsight's 2020. I'm into 5. Big for them. No investment in towards round number 17. Hang on a second. They're just flying down mid. No one here to meet them and greet them. They get all this info for free.
Okay. They're going to go flying somewhere else then, I would imagine. As the air's not too good over there. They're looking for any frags to come their way. Boosting above the smoke here. No idea where they're really getting shot from, which is certainly the goal. Some tags landing here, but no kills on either side of the equation just yet. A replenishment smoke. You have to be careful. This is about to get very wide out here, and there's a lot of bodies on the other end of these smokes that are about to dissipate, trying to find whatever they can. Keto in for 2. Will eventually get taken down, finds a dink onto another. Hype the last one. Can't get anything. So they will find a couple kills, certainly always good, and drop some rifles, all that good stuff. But Big, this is what we're waiting for, the rifles to come into play.
Yeah, this is what matters most. This is where we get to see what they're all about. 7 to 6, and of course there's still a fair whack of a gap between these two sides. But Big can once again extend it further and further. A decent start here. No open play for the youngster of Hyped, but it doesn't matter either way. We know he's pretty proficient with a rifle in hand. As Yuto comes early doors, denies a little bit of that ramp control. HONORIS gonna do what they usually do on towards T side. Slow, cool, calm, and see if they can bait out early util from Big. I think Big now will have a pretty good read.
2 smokes towards mid. That's a little bit of an oversight. 3 at Palace, though. This is a dangerous move for HONORIS. It's got to be pulled off effectively. They can't afford to drop a rifle round this early on into their second half comeback campaign. You look at the setup, it's very ready for a Palace hit. Distraction from Lunatic towards mid. Trying to make noise, trying to maybe find a kill. Heard the boost, but here we go. The trade's going to have to be pretty sound here from the CT side. Lunatic somehow survives the fight. Will get taken down by Fav, and Kato still alive in towards the back end of sight, and they're giving him all the good spots right now. And he will use them effectively. Just going to be Taz, the old guard, up against the new blood. Double P comes in. He can't get the transfer, and it'll be a 12 for Big.
It seems like maybe my side might have been a bit of a crashing towards the HUD or the live stream.
Oh, okay. We're still good on this end, so I think it might be your end as well. I'll talk through the action. Hopefully my casting was good enough there.
Yeah, my throw to cams ever so quietly. Not too sure what happened there. Might be worth even having a little pause. But hopefully, you know, things get back on the way. We are good. It seems to have been a minor issue. Not sure there was the plan there, but we're back on the way. Straight into a fight. Keto, not bad on towards Soul's open things up. SaMey in for the quick trade as well. Apologies about the tech issues, may I say, but they're right back on the way. Things are flying now. Back to a 3 versus 3. Numbers go in favor of HONORIS, though.
Yeah, big kill from Lunatic coming in. Crimbo, few too many targets for him to choose from. Faven, though, the danger man on this team, playing really well alongside Hyped, alongside Keto. Lunatic just cleans him up. Jesus. Hyped then on 19 HP, going to be the only one left. Nothing really coming his way. Might even take the bomb. Oh, he's got the bomb at ramp.
Yeah. It's technically speaking doable, but it's going to be tough. I spotted. Never mind.
Yeah, too low to do anything ultimately. So HONORIS will be happy to fight back there. They went for like a hero rifle round, and it comes off pretty effectively. Big have got to check their aggression a little bit. Yeah. Very weird. But I think for Big, you can kind of see where they're getting slightly nervy at times, or they're, sort of weird in a sense for them. They were maybe overthinking, overcomplicating a couple of these situations. Now HONORIS, good opportunity for this side to start pulling further and further away. And a good opportunity to chip away at this deficit and make what was a one-sided half in their favor. Oh, get range as well from Keto. To no avail as he gets dropped by Raiko. Not really expecting too much out of this round, to be fair to them. But all the same, any opportunity that slips away to drop a gun is always going to be annoying. They will retrieve the AUG. They're going to go just stack on towards that B-bomb site, go for a bit of guesswork. Faven still has the AUG, and it fires quite fast. So I think up close he could do some damage if he plays his cards right. Not really expecting all that much, but maybe a kill or two. Sobol, though, going to go digging, and he might discover that the A-bomb site is clear. Doesn't matter if he dies so much. But he's not going too deep. Spots no one. Makes a bit of noise. Now he'll go digging, but as the clock runs down, I don't know that they necessarily have time to fully rotate across. They might become savvy to the fact that it is a B stack. Hyped, meanwhile, could get some good timing. Actually not going to go through it. It's going to be Sobol to try and pull off a flank. 25 seconds left. They take him down. With Sobol found, they reckon, oh, it could be an A hit, but they've been pulled off of B. It was all part of a ruse. The AUG is still in play, though. Crimbo's found himself an AK. So they're looking to do damage. If they had a bit of armor in here, you'd say maybe a legitimate chance, but it's just not the case. Hyped on the edge of the smoke. Tabson also chiming in, brings it into a 2-on-2. The aim punch is just way too much to deal with, though. The AUG out, ready to strike, aimed in, but you can see how much it kicks. Honoris, it will come a bit close, but they find number 8.
Yeah. Fine margins. Ever so slightly. Getting back in towards this game. I don't know how I feel about it right now. I'm not sure if I'm ensuing them with confidence, but it's like a good conversation about it. If you consider this series so far, map number 1, 16-14. Map number 2, 19-15. OT was needed. This one could maybe have a fair whack of distance left in it. Both sides, full buys. Keto only a 5-7 for him. He's been pretty damn good so far this map for Keto, but I feel like it's sort of asking maybe a little bit too much of him. He's prioritizing utility though, so I don't mind it.
Hyped. Trained on the angle, does manage to find it. Taz going to take out Keto, who of course may be a bit more of an info gatherer type move. Hyped on the orb, scares them away, keeps them at bay for now. They're going to once again very quickly rotate in. Honoris going with these wacky mid-round calls of just bailing on bomb sites. Maybe make less sense than what Big are used to. I'll leave the bomb towards the A side, though. Take this 1-for-1 and try and milk it for all it's got, really. Mid-smoke comes in. I love this from Big, though. They're going for some retake of the information and just getting cheeky. See no one around, just keep on pushing. Keep on going.
Yeah.
Big info coming in. It might falsely make them believe that it's B, though, is the thing. And maybe that's part of the intention for Honoris. They are rotating off, but not too quickly. Not fully sold. Certainly could be a fake, and I think Crimbo's going to stop as he gets to the murder hole and reposition. 30 seconds left. Faven going to move in towards Dark. Yep, seems like it's more of an A hit now. Still, they're putting pressure over on that B-bomb site. Sobol going to get one Faven from down below. Almost good for 2. If only he had a bit of support, eh? That is such a shame, and I think Big will just have to move to save.
Yeah, Crimbo rotates the wrong way. That really sells them down the river a little bit. He's still doable. A lot of damage down towards Lunatic. Taz only's got a Mach 10. Makes me believe there's still a possibility, but they slowly but surely fall away. Crimbo's giving it up. And of course, Hype is nowhere to be seen. That's it. Done. Honoris up to 9. They are so close now to turning this in their favor. Crimbo might have a fight on the way out. Want to wish you a win with these. That's Lunatic. Murder hole for a reason. He'll drop to it. 2 remaining alive both sides, but either way, Honoris are starting to chip away at this deficit at a really good rate as well. Hype spots the leg. I don't think he'll get the shot though. He doesn't want to risk it either, so I don't blame him. Taz very fortunate to keep that rifle in play. But Honoris on a good run of form. Both sides rolling on the T side. I think this has sort of been the story at times of this series. Dominance on towards the T side, but a little bit of a lackluster showing on CT. Unable to sort of read each other's executes and sort of the abilities they were setting up. I think unfortunately there, the misinformation or the misrelay of information coming through. Crimbo early rotates over towards B. Especially when that Molotov comes through, he sort of goes the wrong way. If he'd gone towards A, who knows? They could have seen that off and just played numbers.
Crimbo. Could get very good timing to drop SaMey here. Looks like he will. Oh, looks away at the worst possible time and he loses his head. The Glock cuts through him. Tabson down below trying to get the trade in here. SaMey on the AWP, misses the shot. Has another attempt at it. It's going to be the AK recovered at the very least, but that was a chance for Big to take the lead. It really was.
Ace out for free. Rotating over. Height. Good angle. Box and connector.
Oh,
and he gets a double.
Able to
Hang
find
on.
another one as well. This is looking good. SaMey also going to chime in, though. Tabson does bring it back to a 2-on-2. There's not a lot of HP for these remaining two members. The bomb's been dropped in a messy spot. There's a flank from connector coming in. Positional play is really important here for Big to retake control if they want to pick up a sneaky round. And I just don't know that it's going to happen for them.
Rotate coming in as well. That low HP makes this so difficult. You feel a little bit easier if maybe you're abiding by Bogdan's law and there was an AWP in play, but it's dropped in no man's land. And I think essentially Tabson just going to hold and wait. If they go towards A, I don't think he'll come back and test the waters. He's just got to give it up. Maybe not. A couple of taps. Dancing with the devil a little bit. And he'll fall. Just a 5-7 now. Time was ticking, but it won't make a difference. Bomb will go down, post-bomb sets up, but I think they know Favin's there over towards CT.
Yep, he's looking to just find a cheeky one. Actually gets the dink onto Sobol there, but out of range. Very unfortunate indeed, but another close round. Big will take that, and now they need to find this rifle round because the economy is going to be low for HONORIS. They have to capitalize.
Yeah, they do. They really do. This is the good opportunity. Both sides not got a lot left in the tank in terms of economy. Been a bit of a marathon of a game as well. Since we started the stream, about 10 minutes before the game started, we're just coming up on 4 hours. It has been a serious marathon of a game.
That's one of the things we have been getting on our streams. They have been very long games for sure. Technical issues yesterday, but ultimately, I think all the games, regardless of that, would have been going on for a while. So that's exactly what we want to see in these qualifiers. Make sure we get the correct victor, but they have to work hard for it. And it also gives us some very good games to watch.
We've been having some lovely Counter-Strike, I gotta say, last few days. Had some really good games, some upsets. All four the big hitters, big Ents, Sprout, B&E, the invited teams to the IEM Brazil closed qualifiers, all getting knocked out in the first round, down to the lower bracket. And that lower bracket was, well, the bracket of death, to say the least. HONORIS, 9 to the uppers. The two Polish sides met yesterday. 9 take them down, 2-0. And of course, dropped HONORIS here. And they were so close to the finish line. Potentially, actually should have closed it out in map number 2. The fact that they didn't, that might be all she wrote, potentially. Lunatic, Favin go one apiece. Favin will be forced back with the AWP.
Peeking in. It's aggressive from SaMey and Favin, sorry, was very ready for that angle. Will get dropped. Keto in towards Dark as well. Taz, meanwhile, trying to lurk out. Doesn't find anything. It's all going to be down to Sobol and Raiko. Down goes Raiko. The bomb going to join him. 20 seconds left. And Favin's got his number. 13 comes in for Big. And they make it look easy.
Closer and closer. Big odds to the finish line. Second timeout used by HONORIS. Feeling the pressure. Under the cost just a little bit. My God. What a story this would be for Big as well. A map down as well after a brilliant comeback, but just unable to close it out. And a brilliant start towards Mirage now on the other side of this 3-map series. What a timeout. Good opportunity, Lunatic. Have a conversation, of course, for HONORIS, unfortunately. Talk as you might. It's not going to help your financial situation. They cannot really bring anything to the table. The firepower going to be seriously lacking here. Big prime opportunity. They've broken the back of HONORIS. Cement yourself a couple of steps away from that finish line, and that's when things start to crumble for the Polish side, and they can see this one off. And Big, I think they were the number 2 seed overall in this qualifier. Actually, a number 1 seed overall, I'll say. Through the lower bracket, see themselves towards Brazil.
Very quiet here at the start of this round then, HONORIS. Just hoping someone kind of gets overzealous. They can activate this AK. Minute and 10 left on the clock, and they really have not shown presence anywhere on the map. It looks like it's going to be a textbook HONORIS roll down the clock. And just hope here comes the peek. Oh, little shoulder peeky. SaMey. Going to be spotted, but not finished. Meanwhile, run boost in towards mid. Hoping to catch a player. Not going to happen. They'll both get taken down, and that should start to unravel this round for HONORIS. Yeah, and Taz smoked out. Kept at bay. Just a little bit annoying, really.
Crimbo, did he hear that slight jump? Doesn't make a difference. He's doubling away. Could have had timing. Will do. Into the back of SaMey, and he's tapping away for more. Subble will fall, and it leaves Taz all alone. 1 versus 5. A P250. I think a legend of the game just asking a tad too much. Crimbo sees that one off comfortably. A flawless round for Big. They find 14. 4-round lead over HONORIS. 2 away from the all-elusive 16 and pushing themselves towards Brazil. The tickets are starting to be booked. And they're feeling and looking confident. This potentially could be the last full buy that we see out of HONORIS. A full investment. And unfortunately for Sobble, it's just a Galil.
Oh, here they come. Keto is holding in on the side, not expecting them to be this fast. Flash comes round for him. He's looking for multiple here. He only comes away with 2, but he's done so much damage, created so much space. Ryko, though, clean spray downs to make sure that they have at least a chance into this round. Meanwhile, Orp panicked. Lunatic just goes flying into him. A little bit tense there from Hyped. Panic definitely gets the better of him. Molotov going to come out. They fake the plant. Crimbo on high, though, could stop it in future. Meanwhile, Faven with a really fast flank. And not ready for him at all. He's going to find 2 here. Going to drop the bomb. And leaving it all on Lunatic, it feels like, to save the game in a 1 versus 2 clutch. Not a bad spray down onto the first, but the second attempt from Crimbo is sound. 15-10, and there is the series and IEM Brazil point coming in for Big.
The IGL, he needed a masterclass. 3 out of 4 timeouts used for HONORIS. They could stack him up here. But will it make a difference? Will it have any effect at all? And unfortunately, it just feels like HONORIS, all of their gas has just been used up. The first 2 maps, they were marathons. 3 hours it took the first 2 maps. And they've just been unable to compete since. You hate to see it, but of course, it's just the way it's been. Mirage, we sort of foreshadowed a little bit about this, about how good Big can be on this map. And we are seeing it now. My God. What a display. What a performance. Credit to HONORIS for taking us even this far. But Big, the favourites in this matchup, they look favourite to see this one off. They're in a prime position. 15-10. 5-round lead they hold over HONORIS. 1 round is all that they need to get towards Brazil. Unfortunately, look at HONORIS. Look at the buy. Just 1 Galil is the only rifle they've got to work with.
Keto. Oh, gonna get spammed as he tries to get cheeky here. Might have even been heard. Just waiting on the edge of the smoke for something to come his way. Really trying to hide away from the bullets. They will land 1, maybe 2 there, but nonetheless, no one coming towards him, and they're pretty telegraphed here, it looks like. They're waiting on that CT side for a hit to come from the A ramp, and they would indeed be correct.
It's so slow here. You can sort of feel the tension brewing. For HONORIS, it's do or die. Flash will catch. Sobble. Pop shot. And he'll force Keto to take a peek himself. He'll go in looking for 1. Ryko will find the first. Faven quick on the trade on towards Taz. 4 versus 4. Numbers and time are dwindling. And still the youth are on a forced engagements. And Big still playing around with the clock. They're happy just to put the pressure back on towards HONORIS and take them down 1 by 1. But Lunatic stuck in the backlight. And he'll find 2.
Oh my goodness, making it look doable here. Crimbo does get a double spray down, bringing it down to the 1v1, but somehow HONORIS have managed to survive. An individual play keeps them in this game. A timeout coming in, their 4th one being used. They know that they might just have broken the money as well. Going to try and figure that out and hopefully make the correct call. Big, meanwhile, they've got a decision to make here.
That's all Lunatic. All from the IGL. Sneaking in behind. getting 2 with the Tech 9. There we go. 15 to 11. There's still life in the eyes. They aren't quite dead just yet, HONORIS. Fight still left in the old dog. But can they continue to claw back into this? A mountain, like I said, that they have to climb. And now no more pauses left to use. But of course, no more mistakes can be made either. Doesn't really matter. This is it. It's do or die. Continue trucking along. Win this next round, though. They can break the back of Big. Leave them in financial ruins. And then there's the potential of going the distance.
Yeah, there definitely is. And the big decision that was made was ultimately obviously to go for this, but with hardly anything to work with, I don't know if I'm a fan. Faven, going to be cheeky around the smoke, finds one. Flash comes in for him to get a second. He can't secure it. Big damage, meanwhile, done in the apartments there, I believe that is. That's where they're going to try and burst, but Crimbo doing a good job of keeping it secure and hyped. In with the AWP. Even if he goes down, he's going to see them walking away here. Oh, turns the wrong way. How's he not going to take it down? He's got the best timing of his life. Just round the corner is where they are. And he will find the kill onto Sobol. Sobol must have spun at the worst possible time. 4v3. And they will be dumbfounded on the HONORIS side. How has that guy crept in behind us?
That is some of the most unfortunate timing for HONORIS. That was a free kill. And some of the most fortunate timing for the new boy. And Hyped looking for more as well. Hyped, look left, please. You can't get away with this a second time. Surely not. Oh my god, Hyped is the luckiest man in the world right now. The second time where he should have fallen. And he just walked past them. He might relay the information that they're going towards A because he's not spotted them top mid. And he killed one earlier. Hype, please turn around. It's a freebie, but he can't react in time. Taz will drop him out. 3 versus 3. And they're bursting over towards B. It's all down to Crimbo with just 18 seconds to work with. And he's going to drop the bomb. Time is ticking. Numbers are dwindling. And it's SaMey all alone. AWP in hand. 1 versus 3 with 10 seconds on the clock. And the no-scope doesn't connect. Ladies and gentlemen, Big have locked themselves into Brazil. What a performance. What a showing. And congratulations to them, but it's commiserations to HONORIS.
Well, I mean, Big for me, you know, that second map maybe should have got it a bit cleaner as well. Sorry, that third map should have got it a bit cleaner. And even the second, I guess you can apply it to that. It's definitely a shakier looking Big, but they will get the spot. I don't know, though, man. They've got a lot of work that needs to